Hi, we're doing a demo tonight because we picked lots of flowers at the park yesterday. I got some alliums that had been trampled on that I was able to rescue. So following on from that, I thought it was good to show you that after I've got the plants, like picked them, then I start printing with them, and that's a really very quite a long process of like colouring the plants, and I've got like some mini equipment here to demonstrate what happens on a small scale, because what I usually have is like a big heat press, but it like because of just having surgery recently, I've just got to go with something very low key like this. So this is really easy, this one. In fact, we just picked this up. I think we got it for like 20 quid from some factory, and you know, it's just been a really cute little press to use, like for just small plants. So I wanted to show you some of the plants that I took some from my studio, and this is an allium that has already been dried, so one that we prepared earlier, basically, and I was just doing a little demo on this beforehand, and you can sort of see that this is actually from this plant. I started off with that one, and then I've moved to printing that. And the way that I do it is I use these bits of inked up paper. So these papers are like, I have hundreds of inked up paper, and I make all the paint up myself from powder and water it down so that I can get the saturation that I want. And usually I want a lot of saturation. I want it to be really, really, really vibrant. So that's why these colors are really vibrant. So this is called transfer printing. So basically it looks really dull on the paper, but when you actually print with it, it becomes really bright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of this, which I know is, I should have cut these, but I'm just like tearing it instead. So basically I'm going to get a piece of my material, put it onto the press, and then I'm putting my plant on there. Obviously I can't do all the plant because it's just a small press. So just need a bit of greaseproof paper. I think it would have been good if I could find the scissors, but I've sort of got so many plants around I can't find them. And then it's just letting the press do its magic, which is there's a chemical reaction that happens where there's colour on the plant, and it like goes onto the fabric, and it's transferred onto the fabric by gas, basically, and it's the heat and the pressure that does it. So it doesn't need very long, and the timer's broken on this, so I'm just winging it. So I'm going to take that off and let you see. Oh, right, yep, I thought there was going to be some red, but the red didn't happen. You can just see that there's that colour there is a sort of a purpley black. In fact, I do mix up fuchsia with black to get that colour, because I absolutely love that colour. I could just print with it forever. So I'm going to put that, so that on this side is going to have like a purpley tone. So I'm going to put this on again to see what happens when I use pink. Actually, it's red. It's told me it's red on the back. So, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm just going to clean my glasses, they're a bit mucky. So, and after this, I'm just going to try a few other plants, because all of these bits that are lying on here have all got colour on them, and again, I've got a lot of collection of them. I use ferns a lot, so these little bits are some just small pieces that have broken off a big fern. So, right, that's much more dramatic colour. So you can see that you can see the detail in that, you know, on that allium. It's really precise. You get all that lovely detail, which is just fabulous. So I'm going to leave that allium for now, and we're going to move on to this fern. So I had already printed this fern, so using like this purple. So I'm going to, because that's got the purple on it, the purple's here, so I'm going to put this on. Right, I always get this mixed up. I always like sort of doubt myself. So that is going to have the purple. That's the purple side there. So we're going to put that on here like that. And then I'm going to use some green. I think the green and the purple will be nice together. And see what happens with that. I'm hoping I've got that positioned, because it's a bit hard to see where the wee press is. That fern hopefully is all on the space, but we'll find out in a minute. So basically, the fern should be very, very lovely. We'll find out. Oh, it's nice. Oh, now this is where it starts to get more exciting. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Yes, I love that. So you can see there, you've got like the lovely colour of the purple, and then that sort of deep green in the background. And I don't know whether it picks it up on the camera there, but there's loads of detail of like sort of all the texture in the fern, and it's quite hard to see it, but it's really, really lovely. Yeah. So look at all that beautiful detail. I hope you can see that. And I'm not sure you can, but you know, hopefully. So I'm going to also, oh, by the way, the fabric that I'm using is it's always polyesters that you use for this process. So I'm just doing another little plant and giving it a bit of colour, a bit of like pink. So I think I'm going to try printing onto a sock next. So these nice knitted socks, and I thought I'll use that fern. Now I'm not going to get that lovely fern colour like that I've just printed, because that's already on there. So instead, I'm probably going to, well, I might try, I think I'll try it anyway. Oops, I better lift that up because I'm getting a bit carried away. So I was inking this up. Basically, you can put the colour onto the plant by, there you can see there, that's me getting that plant printed. Oh, by the way, Michelle, hi. And oh yes, you're saying thanks for your lamp. Oh, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Well, you're seeing a little bit about how it all happens, you know, well, the start of it basically. So it's great to have you here, it really is. So I'm going to put this sock on, okay. Now you can layer, this is when you start to layer them up. So I'm putting the fern onto the sock, and then this one that I'd inked up, that's got pink on it. So I'm going to try doing the pink background, but I'm not sure it's going to be that amazing, but we'll give it a go. It's all a lot of trial and error with this process, basically. And because there's a lot of trial and error, I have so many pieces of fabric everywhere and papers and that just don't get used for anything because I just experiment so much and to get exactly what's in my mind's eye. So yeah, it's quite it takes a lot of patience, but I find it really, really meditative and really good fun. So for me, if I can get time to do the printing, I'm a very happy bunny. So here we go. I don't know how long I'm supposed to put that, but let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Oh, right. Okay, so you can see here, that's the sort of moss, and I haven't taken this off yet. Are you going to take it off? My wonderful camera assistant is going to peel it off. And you peeled it off pretty carefully, though I'm not going to use that one again. It might be a bit too subtle. Is it a bit too subtle? Right, okay. I haven't seen it yet. I'm really keen to see it. You have all seen it, but I can't. Oh, wow. Yes, that's really interesting, that. It's definitely, it's very delicate, although I think the pink is probably a little bit too pink. But then again, you see, this is where this process is always about the fine balance. Like that wouldn't necessarily be one that I would end up as a finished design because I would have to tone down that pink, you know. But yeah, it's getting there. That's really interesting, though. I really like that. And so, and then the other one that I wanted to try that's an unusual surface is this. It's aluminium card. So I'm going to put that on and I'm going to try, these are like, get these everywhere, like at the side of the road, these delicate little flowers, and I sort of take the stems off a lot and spread them out. So I'm going to put that one on here to sort of, and maybe I might, oh, no, I've got another fern, it's all right. So basically, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to look so good. I might get another one of these. It might look a bit bit much, but I want you to see the different colours. So I'm going to put that on there. It's all about position and the colour, basically. So let's just give that one a go. I don't even know that. And do I put a background on it or shall I just leave it? I think I'll just leave it. Just keep it, mind you, it's very dramatic with the background. But I can do that with another one. I'll tell you what, I'll do a background one with this. It might not be so easy. That's the one I'll do next. Oh, actually, I've done quite a lot like that. These are Queen Anne lace. Beautiful. You can never go wrong with a Queen Anne lace. This is a fountain grass, but it's really a bit dilapidated, that one, but it'll still print beautiful. So here we go. We have got the now sometimes what I do is I will bend the substrate, what you'd call it, so that I can hopefully use the plant life again. Even when it's this delicate, it should release. Look at that. Ooh. So there we go. Now that, I was hoping that wasn't going to be dark. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether there's any print on it. So that's okay, but it's not the best use of that aluminium card. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to put that fountain grass on so you can see how fab it is, and then we'll try that piece that was on the other one. Might be a bit muddly, that. I think I'm not going to put that one on. That's a bit muddly. Let's just put that on. And if I had a little, I don't know. Right, I'm going to use that lovely purple. And then hopefully you'll get a wee bit of the painterly effect at the side as well. So let's see how that one goes. So basically, when I do all of this, when I'm doing like a big like art piece, I will print loads and loads of plants and do them all different colours. So I'm doing these individually because it's just a small press, but the press I usually have is like 50 centimetres by 40 centimetres, and I can get quite a lot of plants in one press. So that's what I'll do. I'll sort of get all different types of plants and I'll colour them all. I'll have lots of greens, purples, reds, oranges, the full range of colours, and then I start to sort of use them as my paint palette to come up with compositions. And it gets very, very complex. Okay, so, but with this, you're obviously just seeing it in a very small way. Oh, I thought that was going to be a bit brighter, actually. That's not really very dark, but that's okay. It's still really got a nice quality to it. You can sort of see this sort of shimmer of it. I think while we're here, we might as well, just with the last piece. This one might not work so well because it's a bit bumpy in the middle. This plant, they have to be quite flat. So when it's quite bumpy, then it tends to go a little bit, it'll show a bit white. So I'm going to try it though. We'll give it a go because it's a very nice Queen Anne lace and it's been very well pressed. So I'm hoping it's going to be really good. So yeah, so this is oh yeah, what I was going to show you. I've got a couple of sheets, like these are the leftover sheets after I print. Like, so I was doing a piece that was obviously lots of these spread out alliums, and then this is the leftover one that I don't actually use. So, and ones like this, and but the colours are beautiful as well. So I'm a little bit. I thought I'd show you them because these are all bits that just get left. That one's quite nice. It'd be too confused for a design, but there's definitely potential in them, and that's why it's not easy for me to throw them away, because I think, oh, that could be used for something. Oh, now this is very, very lovely. As they say, let's see the big reveal. I think, oh yes, this is much better. This is totally what we were after. Okay, so I'm going to hand that over so you can see that. It's lovely to have that lovely shimmeriness. And then that means that this plant is going to have loads of that lovely purple on it. So I'm going to try that with just on the fabric. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll use a different fabric because this one is a suede, so it's a bit thicker. It's a bit of a thicker fabric. And right, let's just put that over it and see what happens. ooh, I like that. That's obviously because probably it was helpful that it was under the press for a bit longer as well. That's what it'll be. Oh, right, okay. So somebody has been asking how long have I been doing that? That's a very good question. I started doing transfer printing when I was at art college, when I was 19. There was a big heat press in the college, and I thought, oh, I think I could do some work with that. I like that. I like the look of that. And so, and I did, so I used the transfer press a lot during my degree, and then I set it down for all of my 20s, really, after my degree. And then I picked it up again when I started doing work in like art projects in schools. So I would buy like a transfer press for and just use that to come up with textile pieces with the kids in primary schools. And then after that, I set up the design business just before I turned 40. So I'm 53 now. So I've been like working constantly with this printing process for like in my design business for 13, 14 years. But basically all of my adult life, I have been using transfer printing. So I'm really fascinated with it, and I don't ever get bored of it, ever. So that's why I keep going. So this is the Queen Anne lace, and I'm going to take this off. Oh, it's really nice. It's really, really nice. This is what happens when you get the other side of the plant. So like the bits, because it's been inked really well with the purple because of the last print, it now has the purple on the other side. And so that's why you get this lovely outline of the Queen Anne lace. And so if I show you, so there's our mucky looking plant. Okay, doesn't look like it would do very much at all. That's what happens when you put with the purple background. But then because the purple, because it's been pressed with the purple, one side of the plant is now that purple colour. So I printed that at the same time as that. So you can see that side has got the purple on it. That side didn't have the purple on it, but it gives you the outline of the purple, which is, I'm sure you agree, it creates a really stunning print. It reminds me of Wedgwood and just that delicate, lovely designs that you get on Wedgwood pottery. It really does. I think it's really, especially Queen Anne lace and all, because it's so delicate and so detailed. It's amazing. So basically, I think I'm going to leave it there because I am really, I've had a great time. I was thinking I haven't done this in quite a while, and I thought, oh, how's this going to go? But it's been really good. It's really sort of whet my appetite just to keep going and do some and get on with the designs really soon, some new designs. So thanks for coming and watching. And if you've got any other questions, just write in the comments, and have a really fantastic evening.